I want to talk briefly about the importance of a warm-up and a cool-down when you're exercising during and after cancer treatment. Warming up before you do something like a long walk or a run or a strength workout is particularly important, just to get those muscles and joints and bones moving. So I'm going to give you a really brief example of how you can do that. So I work on a dynamic warm-up. I use the same for all of my classes, and it involves movement at the same time as stretching. So we're going to start with some deep breaths in, and you're going to circle either your elbows if you haven't got a huge amount of range through your shoulders, or your arms. So take them up in big circles, elbows or arms, bending the knees, extending up into the stretch, reaching those arms up and round, breathing with the movement. Do about 10 repetitions of this one. And then I want you to reach up and over with a bit of a side lean, as far forward and up as you're able to. This might be a little bit more in front if you're still recovering from surgery. And then I want you to kick your heels up towards your bottom. So if you put your hands on your lower back or your bottom here, you're going to kick up here to feel a bit of a stretch, a dynamic stretch into the fronts of the legs. And then once you get going with that one, I want you to bring your elbows back, opening up your chest, getting those shoulders moving, those shoulder blades working, opening up the chest. Good. And then we're going to stretch a little bit to the lower back and the bottom. I want you to bring either your hand or your elbow to your opposite knee. Lifting the leg, slight rotation. Well done. And then to finish, we're going to plant our heel into the ground and bend that back leg. Weight is on the back leg as well. I want you to sweep over the straight leg in front, hinging from the hips, feeling that moving stretch down the back of the straight leg in front. And then switching over, planting the other heel in the ground, doing exactly the same thing the other way. Good work. Just come to a gentle march and you can get cracking with your workout. So it's really important that you stretch after a workout, especially after cancer treatment. I tend to work with static stretches during the cool down and dynamic stretches during the warm up. So in the cool down, those are stretches that we hold for a little bit longer. I'm going to start with the hamstrings, that's the back of the upper leg. I want you to plant your heel in front with a straight leg, lean over it, but put your weight on the bent leg. You should feel a stretch down the back of your leg at the top. And then we're going to switch over and do the same on the other side, digging that heel, bending over the straight leg but leaning on the bent leg. Good, coming back up to standing, I want you to bring a heel in towards your bottom. If you're finding it hard from a mobility point of view to hold the leg, you can use a band around the ankle and pull it in from here. If you've got problems with your knees and a bend, you can use the back of a chair, the back of a sofa to rest the foot on. Bring your knees together, hips are level, push the hips forward. Release that leg, and then we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. Bring the heel in, knees together, push the hips forward. And release. Take that same leg behind you, push the heel down into the ground, and then push forward on that front leg. You should feel the stretch down at the back of the calf. And if you bend that back knee ever so slightly, keeping the heel in towards the ground, but transferring the weight back, you should feel an even deeper stretch. And switch over, do the same on the other side. Dig that heel, weight forward first with a straight leg at the back. Then bending that knee ever so slightly at the back, transferring the weight back. Keeping the heel dug into the ground. And release. Bring an arm across the body. And do the same on the other side. Open the chest wide. Push the arms forward. And reach up towards the sky. And finish with deep breaths in, circling the arms. Well done.